Welcome to the meditation channel. This is Cherry. I have created this coraline meditation for you. This is for relaxation purposes and entertainment. In this adventure, you will embody Coraline. This isn't exactly the same as the movies, but it will be very similar. In this experience, you will be Coraline and you will shift to the other side to defeat the other mother. In this meditation, you will be completely safe, so you don't have to worry about a thing. Now, are you ready to embody Coraline? Answer yes or no. First, I want you to allow yourself to be in a very comfortable position. I want you to close your eyes because we're going to take yourself and transform yourself into Coraline. She's very adventurous and spontaneous. And for you to be able to take on the role of someone else, you have to do this next step. Breathe. I'll do this breathing exercise for you where I count to 4. When I count to 4, I want you to breathe out. Okay? So let's do it. Let's start right now. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. Let's try one more time. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. You're doing an amazing job. Now, while your eyes are closed and your hands are by your side, I'm going to take you to the Pink Palace. Okay? So I want you to visualize that you are embodying Coraline, that you're not yourself right now. The reason for this is the only reason we can do this is if we're becoming her. And from there, you'll be able to defeat the beldam. I want you to say, I am Coraline. I am becoming Coraline right now. Okay? I am Coraline. I am becoming Coraline right now. Now I also want you to say, I want to embody Coraline. Visualize her with her blue hair. What is she wearing? Her yellow raincoat? Some boots? What can we do? You ready? Now, I want you to breathe in, breathe out. Say, I am Coraline, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I am Coraline. One more. 1, 2, 3. I am Coraline. Good. Now, I'm going to visualize while laying down that Coraline's body is falling from the sky. Well, not the sky, wherever you're laying at. In your room, if it's a couch, it's going to fall into you. So you're going to be in her body. Okay? So I'm going to drop Coraline, but you are completely safe in my hands. If you want to exit this at any moment or given time, you can. This may be a little bit scary, maybe not, I don't know, but it should be very fun to go on this adventure with you. Now, I'm gonna count to 3. I'm gonna say the embodiment of Coraline. Coraline's body is going to slowly fall into yours. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Coraline's embodiment. Now, while your eyes are closed, you should envision that you have blue hair right now, okay? We're going according to the movie a little bit. You have blue hair with a nice hair clip. You can choose which one of Coraline's outfits you want to wear. It's completely up to you. Now, I want you to visualize you seeing a jumping mouse. Okay? You see the jumping mouse. I want you to visualize yourself as Coraline giving the jumping mouse a piece of cheddar. The jumping mouse is very thankful for that. As you are Coraline, I want you to get up. Make sure you're standing up straight. And I also want you to go downstairs. I want you to check if in your house, in the Pink Palace, if there is anything unusual, anything out of place. In the kitchen, in the bathroom, do you see bugs? You may need to count all the windows. Look at the paintings. Look at everything that's being presented to you. And remember all of those details. Okay? Now, you're going to have one visit to the other side. You need to figure out what the beldam is planning. Okay? I want you to pay attention to anything and everything that she says or does, because you know she likes to play games. And in order to win is for you to outsmart the beldam. Okay? So as you're walking, just keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. I want you to go get the key and go to the little door, okay? Go to the little door and don't open it yet. I'll let you know. Now that you have gotten the key, I want you to be able to open the door. So open the door. Once you have opened the door, do you see anything? The door, everything is bricked, okay? There's bricks everywhere. That's the first thing you notice. And you wonder, why? Why can't I get through the little door? You think to yourself, is this real? Am I dreaming? Like, what's going on? You don't see anything. This means that you are in very close transition to becoming Coraline's whole self. Right now, you're in transition to shift. You're in the middle stages of shifting. To be able to shift completely to the Pink Palace, you need to believe that you're in the Pink Palace as Coraline. You are Coraline. You will shift to the Pink Palace. Make sure that the door is closed and locked again. We're going to try this again. So Coraline, please sit down and get ready for the next step. Now, you are Coraline. You are embodying Coraline's essence and herself. You will be able to shift to the Pink Palace right now. You will be able to shift to the other side right now. You are able to shift completely to the Pink Palace and the other side. Now, Coraline, I want you to unlock the door and tell me what you see. Do you see anything? Because I see something. I see beautiful, beautiful blue and purple spirals. I think it's your time to enter now. Coraline, as I guide you on your journey, you will be able to see things and hear things. Just pay a lot of attention on this journey, okay? Now that you have the door open and you see everything, I want you to slowly crawl through the little door. As you crawl through the door, I notice at your window, on your side, a black cat looking at you while you're going through the little door. He's very curious on what you're doing, and he thinks that you shouldn't go. Do you want to turn back around, or do you want to continue the journey? Now, you go through the door, and now you're back home. It looks like you're home, but it's not. You notice there are more windows than it is in your home. You notice that the paintings are on the opposite side than in your home. You notice all the paintings are perfectly straight rather than in your home. But now, what has caught you off guard is the smell of your other mother making you some lunch. Your other mother is making you a perfect lunch that you're not used to. All kinds of foods, fresh veggies and fruits, and even some sweet desserts. I want you to analyze everything, because that's going to be the way to get you out and back to safety, even though you are safe during this meditation, so don't worry. Now, I want you to breathe, control your breathing, because you are a little nervous. You notice something odd about your other mother. You wonder why she has buttons in her eyes. It's very creepy and very unusual, and it makes you uncomfortable, but you can't help to realize why. You are very curious. So you ask her, "Why do you have button eyes?" She answers very intimidatingly. You feel very uneasy, but you still let her in. You eat all the food she gives you. You enjoy your meal. Your other mother has prepared something very special for you. She gives you a doll. This doll has buttons on its eyes. This doll looks like you. You ask her, how does she know what you look like? And she says it's because she's always watching. I want you to go out and explore outside. I want you to take a look of how different the world looks compared to your own. You see the mouse from before, in the beginning, that same mouse, but with buttons in his eyes. And you see the other mother giving him a piece of cheddar. You feel very uneasy because you don't know how she knew. It's the same thing you did, right? You notice Mr. Bobinski walking to the garden to plant his beets. But something is odd because he has buttons in his eyes. You keep looking and looking, when you look behind you, you see your other father with button eyes. Instead of your other father being on the computer, he is playing a piano. He sings you a song while you're walking. He says he's so happy that you're back. He gives you a charm bracelet that has buttons for symbols and a nice little spider. You don't know what this spider means, but you don't ask him. I want you to keep soaking in the world around you as you learn about your other father. You are calm and relaxed. Now, you go back to the house and you notice that your other mother has brought one of your friends. His name is YB. YB has button eyes, but YB can't talk. I want you to visualize that you can send a mind message to YB. And that's the only way that you guys can connect. If you don't send YB a mind message, he'll never understand or be able to communicate with you. I want you to ask him through your mind if you should be afraid of the beldam, your other mother. He stays quiet, like he can't answer, but you still get suspicions. You go back to the little door, but you can't find the key to go home. So you start looking everywhere without telling the other mother that you're wanting to go home. You look everywhere for that key. Eventually you find it. I want you to look for anything that you can use to help you on your journey. You look and you still can't find anything, so you take the key. I want you to go back through the little door, and I want you to go home. Now that you're crawling back through the little door, you're back home. It's getting darker outside, just a few more hours before dinner. But your parents aren't home. Look everywhere, thinking maybe they went to the shops. I want you to go to Miss Spink and Forcible's apartment. You are at Miss Spink and Forcible's apartment, and they welcome you with open arms. Miss Spink is putting outfits on the dogs. Show outfits that will be at their next performance. Coraline, I want you to tell them that you haven't seen your parents. Okay? They say they have seemed to vanish. They look at each other, uneasy, knowing that your parents wouldn't leave you. So now, you go back home. But once you get to your room, you notice something odd. The doll that the beldam made for you is on your bed. You remember your other mother giving you the doll, but you didn't take it with you. It's like it was placed there perfectly on your bed. Coraline, I want you to remove the doll if it makes you uncomfortable. It seems like the other mother Her eyes are watching you. Your parents are still gone and it's dinner time. And you suspect that there's something off about it. I want you to go back to Miss Spink and Forcible and ask them, what can help you get them back? You go to their house. I want you to also bring up a little door that you found and went through and explored today. As soon as you tell Miss Spink and Forcible, they tell you to never go through the little door. They say it's dangerous. Once you leave, you see Wybie. Wybie says he can't go inside the Pink Palace, that he's not allowed to. But he gives you a bat. He gives you a claw. And Wybie also gives you these special glasses that can help you see in the dark. Anything can help you see anything that is missing or lost. You get everything. You put on your trench coat, you put on a hat, you have a bag, you put everything in the bag, even the bat, which it can fit. You get ready to open the door and you see the black cat. Make sure that you don't go through, but you don't understand what he can say, if he can talk or not. I want you to go through the little door again. As you go through the little door, the black cat can now speak. You are speechless. You didn't know that cats can talk, but only in the other world, which you're halfway through the tunnel. He tells you that it's not safe and you should go home. And you also tell him that your parents are missing. You continue walking with the cat, and he guides you on what to do and how the beldam loves to play games, and she never plays fair unless you give her exactly what she wants. You agree to take on a challenge with the beldam. As you close the door on the other side, you walk through the kitchen. You hear your other mother. You hear her humming a song that your mom used to sing for you when you were a baby. You don't know how to feel about it, but you suspect that she has something to do with your parents' disappearance. You look down and you notice your mom's missing necklace. You ask the beldam why she has it, and she says it's because she made one since she's your other mother. But you can tell that it's your mom's because she has that one grape juice stain on the side of the necklace that tells you that it's hers and not the beldam's. You ask the beldam where your parents are, and she claims that she doesn't know where they are. So now you want to make a deal to play a game. The beldam looks at you fiercely and nods. She says that she loves games and she wants to play with you. She tells you that if you lose the game, she will sew buttons into your eyes. You hesitate, scared for a little bit, but you know you'll be fine. The key into winning the game, she gives you some clues. Clues have to do with the garden, with the living room, and outside. You move on to your first clue. You have a set time to make sure that you can successfully win the game. You start by going outside and you see Mr. Bobinski walking. You put on the glasses that YB gave you for an edge in the game. Mr. Bobinski is carrying one of his jumping mice, while with the glasses on, you can see a hidden spider that is glowing. So you take it. Mr. Bobinski starts to shapeshift into a pile of mice. The mice start chasing you while you grab the spider thing that you need to escape. You keep running and running until you get to the garden. Once you got to the garden, you look. You see your other father doing gardening activities. You ask him if you can help. And he says, I don't think your other mother would like that. As you walk away from your other father, he turns towards you and he starts to shapeshift into a weird looking pumpkin. The pumpkin has legs and it's lunging towards you, making you drop the first spider thing that you caught. You immediately run and chase it and you're able to get a hold of the second spider thing wrapped inside the pumpkin of your other father. You successfully have 2 out of 3 spiders. Now, the third, you have to go back into the kitchen. You go back inside the house. I want you to go inside the house and look for the third spider. Be smart. Where do you think the third spider can be? You look in the kitchen. You go into the living room, but the door's closed. It's locked. You try finding different keys to open it, but none of them work. So you find a stick to open it. The stick doesn't work, but then you have a bat. That bat that you had packed. You start whacking the door with the bat. And now that you have done that, the lock is broken and you can finally open the door. But the door is dark. You have the glasses on that YB gave to you, which will help you see in the dark. As you put the glasses, make sure that glasses are on, you look, and then you see a weird, tall, spider-looking thing in the living room. But it's the beldam. Seems like she's transforming into her real form. And there is the third spider. But it's somewhere that you wouldn't expect. The third spider is in the beldam's throat, meaning she swallowed it. I don't think she chewed it either. You ask the beldam how many more minutes to play for the game since you don't have a clock or a watch. She says the game is almost to an end. You notice the necklace that the beldam stole from your mom, and it's on her neck. You tell the beldam that you already knew where she hid your parents, and she tells you where. So you play another trick on her. As you see the black cat trying to distract the beldam, you throw the glasses at her head. Once you throw the glasses at her head and you hit her with the bat, she falls down. You try your best to pull the necklace away from her neck, because what truly happened was that she hid your parents and the necklace. So you fight with the beldam. As you are close to going back through the tiny little door, the beldam grabs your foot, but you kick her in the face. I want you to quickly run. I want you to quickly run to the little door and pull it shut. YB hears a loud noise passing your house, so he goes inside the Pink Palace to check it out. He goes inside and he notices this door is still open, and he sees you inside struggling to close the door. So he runs inside and helps you close the door. The black cat also helps close the door. Once the door is closed, you lock it. Once you lock it, crawl very fast back to your home. Once you get back to your home, I want you to lock the door. You're finally back in your home, and you have your mother's necklace. You hear your door open, and lo and behold, your parents are there with snow on their clothes. You wonder, did it get there? Seems like they were trapped. You thank YB and the cat for helping you defeat the beldam. But it's not over yet. Once you defeat the beldam, you and YB go out into the woods and try to throw out the key somewhere where she can never find it. You finally throw out the key, you wrap it around a blanket, you break it with a rock, and you try to toss it away. As you open the well, you see a hand coming out of it. You kill it with the rock. Once you kill the hand and it is broken, you put all the pieces wrapped into the blanket with the key and toss it down the well. You get to spend the whole day and in the garden with your father and your mother. Mr. Bobinski's there, planting his beets. Everyone is there. YB's there. YB's there with his grandmother. Everyone that you know and care about is safe. But you finally go home, back into your house. You finally go home, back into your house. And you think you hear the little door open, but it's closed. And that was just the wind, maybe. You don't pay attention to it because you know you defeated the other mother. But did you? I want you, Coraline, to go into bed as it's nighttime now. And I want you to lie in your bed. I want you to fall fast asleep. And that was